We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here's Wilson to throw right away. That is incomplete. Second and 10.
Here we go. Trap 60. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was that we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Now Wilson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now Wilson. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend, and usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. They're, for a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
60 Bobcat.
To throw again is Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors, 17. Ready?
Again, Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jonnu Smith from 13 yards out. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And a nice spin into some open field. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
Red on red. Here we go.
A give to Etienne running right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Lisa 24. 11.
A handoff running left is Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Hey, kill! Same frame. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Underneath to Allen. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
70 Ranger.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Trap 60. Here we go. Set. Bronco. Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18 Pioneer.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
60 Bobcat. Dragon 60.
Here's Wilson. Another catch there for Waddle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Wilson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching. Offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Lawrence to throw. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Lawrence. That's complete to the rookie from Colorado. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
All right, come on.
Tua going to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Tua. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, Ryan!
Here's Hunter. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second down and 3. Ball on the 7. Lawrence will throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. final play of the half. It's Lawrence. That is caught. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He completes it to Hunter. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
Let's go now.
Thompson Robinson will sneak it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, and pick up the few inches you need for a first down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead he said, forget it. Let's just get a first down and start a new set.
Lawrence now to throw after that last run. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point safely through. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Dolphins 7. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
20, TX.
Now Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
And the Dolphins, 1st down.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. It's caught. Smith. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time. Now a gain of 20 here. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Tua to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. And looky there, Charles, just acquired, already making an impact on the defensive side of the football.
Maybe not a superstar, but he does a few things well, and I think they'll emphasize that in his new role with this team.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Go, go. Riggs.
Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Hunter. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. Here's Logan Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now.
So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. Goes right back to Smith again. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
2nd and 6.
Hey, 21 TX.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good. Miami Dolphins.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devon Achane from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Right at the 30.
11.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Hey, Ron. Silver.
Here's Lawrence. Flush to his right. He finds his man complete. It's Hunter. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Red on red. 11.
A give running right, Etienne.
20. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne. 44 yards. And the Jags are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Dolphins 14. Logan
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. Oh, this is blocked. And the Jags get it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way back. And this crowd can't believe what they're seeing. Things go wrong even after a touchdown in this one. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last two plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection led to the block.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
To a hit, and the ball is out. Oh, how about the rush there? Busting in. They blast him behind the line of scrimmage.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On second and a long way to go. Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Scat. 8.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle 75 yards. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
The two are going to try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he...
To a hit, and the ball is out. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Forced out to his left. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Short throw to Smith. Breaks through the contact. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Hey, 21, here. Right here.
Tua going to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And his throw here is incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
Hey, Lion.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Well, CD always